I come back outside, she done bust my window out the car.
I bought it.
She's the judge who gives rules on the law and life. She's intense with common sense. She's Judge Lynn Toller on Divorce Court, where real couples deal with real life. Sonyitta met her future husband Don while walking down the street and believed she'd met the man of her dreams. But after being together for 17 years and married for 2 years, Sonyitta says she's made a big mistake.
She go through my phone, she call people back she ain't got no business calling.
I found out that he had another child on me, Your Honor.
Sonyitta says she's had enough of Don's cheating. Today on Divorce Court.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Sonyitta Prim and Don Avery. Ms. Prim and Mr. Avery, the two of you have been together for 17 years, but you have been married for the last 2. You do not, however, want to be married anymore. You have 3 children together, and you also have children from previous relationships. Ms. Prim, you have brought Mr. Avery here seeking $350 for money you say you had to pay to bail him out of jail. And we'll get more about that later on. But right now, Ms. Prim, I'm going to go to you and ask you, tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're in divorce court today.
Well, Your Honor, we're in divorce court today because me and Don, we've been good when we first started off, but then everything started getting rocky when I found out that he had another child on me, Your Honor.
You know how she
went
found
to
out, Your
child
Honor?
support court, Your Honor.
You know how
During
she...
hang on, during the 17 years you were together,
Yes.
he had another baby.
Yes, ma'am.
And how old was the baby when you found out about
The
it?
baby had to be at least, what, 2?
Mr. Avery,
Baby
can
was
you
2
explain
years
that to
old.
me?
Your Honor, was she talking
You
about...
know it's right.
I
I'm
was
not lying
already
to
dealing
you.
in a relationship
I'm not
before I
lying.
met her, Your Honor.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me that. You did not tell me that.
So what you're saying, Mr.
She already
Avery,
had
you already
3
had
kids
the
when I
baby.
met her.
But you had 3
She
kids
already
also,
had 3 kids
okay.
when I met her. I had 3
Okay.
also.
And then,
Did she know
but
about
this
your
one
3?
other one just popped up.
No, I was together with both of them, Your Honor. I'm gonna keep a long story short.
Okay.
That's called cheating.
Now, that's
No,
where,
it ain't.
That's where we want
Yes,
to go.
it is.
That's not cheating, Your Honor.
Explain to me how you were together with both of them at the same time. What was
And
going
it's not
on?
cheating.
You
When
two
I-
weren't
okay.
together.
Back in '95, that's when I met her. When I got out of jail, Your Honor, I was already dealing in prior relationships before I met her. She was having her relationships too, Your Honor.
You didn't tell me you had
know,
nobody.
I
Him
think that's
first meeting me.
fascinating.
He know he's not
How
going to
somebody
tell me he
get out
got
of jail and
somebody.
have 2 women waiting on him.
Matter of fact, I got 3 baby mamas out there,
Yeah,
Your
now
Honor.
you got 3 baby mamas. Now he know.
Before her time.
He gonna
This was
claim
before
that
her
and don't
time.
even know
Hang on.
if it's his or not.
The child she talking about is the same age as my son.
Weren't you two together and in a committed relationship when
To
you
me?
had this other child?
To me,
We
I
weren't
always
really
was in
together
a
like that. We
relationship
jumped
with
in something so
He's
fast, Your
lying
Honor.
because
You know what I'm saying?
if
She
I go
already
out
knew I was
or
going
he
through, Your
sees
Honor.
me with somebody, Your Honor, he wants to trip. But he don't want to be with me, Your Honor. But I always felt like I was in a relationship with him.
Hang on. Ms. Prim, let me ask you this. What did you see when you saw him? Did you see a guy? Did he have other women? Was there a lot going on?
No,
I know
Your
he
Honor,
just got
'cause
out of jail.
He was always coming to my house, but I always make him leave at 12 o'clock. He thought I was having somebody come over at 12 o'clock. I was just sleepy and tired, ready to go to sleep. He'd be there rubbing my feet, playing with the kids and everything. He never told me he was in another relationship with somebody else, Your Honor.
That's a lie.
Were you fully honest with Ms.
I knew he
Prim
had kids.
hang on. Were you fully honest with Ms. Prim in the beginning
She wasn't
about
honest
the
in the
nature of the
beginning.
relationship
Yes, I
you
was.
had with that other lady? Were you honest?
Yeah,
Your
I was
Honor, that's
honest, Your
not the
Honor. I
only
was
thing,
honest. She
Your
knew
Honor.
what was going on,
She knew
Your
what was
Honor.
up.
She knew what was going on.
No, I
She's
didn't,
so
Your
insecure,
Honor.
Your Honor. She go through my
Hang on,
phone.
hang on.
She go through my phone. She call people back. She ain't got no business calling.
I ain't got no business calling
Ms.
her back.
Prim, I'm
when
going to get you. Look.
I'm finding
Your Honor.
naked pictures in his phone.
If you both talk at the same time, it's just as bad as if you don't
Your
say
Honor.
anything
Your
at all.
Honor, I
'cause
can't go
hear it.
nowhere.
He cheats so
Soon
much,
as-
Your Honor,
Hang
he
on.
didn't even think cheating is cheating, Your Honor.
Yeah, slow.
He think it's
As soon as I
natural.
leave the house, Your Honor,
He don't
I
think
ain't
cheating
going.
is cheating.
I'm gone for 3
cheats
minutes,
so
Your Honor. She
much.
calling my phone. She
He's
calling my
lying.
phone.
Only reason why
I ain't
I
even
called
made it to the
his
stop.
I've heard nothing. I know nothing. I understand nothing. You have to help me out.
This man
So,
is a
so when one person is talking, the other person, just hang on. I'll get to you. can't talk at the same time. This is my question to you, Ms. Prim. You kind of had to know who he was just a little bit when you met him. 3 kids, just out of prison. What does that say to you about this is the guy for me?
I really didn't know nothing about the area where I moved over at. I see he was walking down the back of the street, and he comes over to my apartment and talks to me, trying to kiss my hand and says, "Oh, I'm down." He introduces himself like that.
You meet a guy walking down the back of the street.
He just got out of jail.
She was already dealing with one of my friends, Your Honor, before I met her.
Even if I was,
this
he
is
knew
before
that.
my time. I knew that. I knew that. And she knew what I was going through, Your Honor.
I did not know what he was going through.
Just one incident on New Year's.
Okay, Mr. Avery, go ahead, sir.
Like on New Year's, Your Honor, I took, matter of fact, for a birthday party. I take her to one of my friends' birthday parties. These are all my peoples and stuff.
Right.
So she had a few drinks in her system, got a few drinks, so she got tipsy.
So
I took her, I said, baby, we finna go. I walked on to the car. I walked outside to the car. Soon as I put in the car, I said, I'm gonna go back in here till everybody I'm gone. Soon as I did all that, Your Honor, I come back outside, she done bust my window out the car.
I bought it.
When divorce court continues, will Don come clean about cheating, or will he stick to his story?
Mr. Avery, as I look at the evidence, would you care to...
That's not me, Your Honor. That's not me.
Not you.
That's not me.
Do you wish you had listened to your mother? Are you ready to dump your mate? If you are, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com and become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court returns with the case of Don Avery, who says his wife is insecure and distrustful. But does Sonyitta have good reason to doubt Don?
Mr. Avery, have you ever cheated on her during that 17 years? Ms. Prim, why did you bust a man's window out of his car?
Because he sat me in the car like I was a dog.
She wasn't even in the car.
Stop, hang on.
Sat me in the car like I was a dog, Your Honor.
she
I was tipsy. I said,
Your
walk me to the bathroom and let's go to the car.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Walk me to the bathroom.
And let's go
and then
to
let's
the car
go to the
and
car.
go home.
And he left you in the car.
He put me in the car, didn't leave the keys and slammed the door, Your Honor.
Good, Your Honor.
Ms. Prim, if you were too drunk to get to the bathroom by yourself and he put you in the car for your own sake, isn't that a good thing?
No. Because I'm just stuck in the car. Like, no music,
car,
no nothing. He wasn't coming right back, Your Honor.
Yes, I was. I came right back out.
Where did you go? Hang on. Where did you go?
I went back inside of the party to tell my peoples that I'm finna go.
Because she's incapacitated.
Yeah, because I had my wife in the car. I didn't forget about her. Soon I came right back out, Your Honor. When I come back out, the window bust, she gone.
Now, Ms. Prim.
She gone.
Here's what I got. I got 2 people telling me 2 different versions of the same story. One of them was so drunk that she had to be walked to the bathroom and then responded to whatever misdeeds he may have done by breaking out the window. Who do you think I'm gonna believe?
Me. Anyways, Your Honor, I got some more evidence that shows that this man is a cheater, Your Honor.
Will you tell me the best evidence you have that this man has cheated on you?
It's nonstop.
She ain't got no proof.
If you just be around him, you can tell, Your Honor. But I went into his email. I figured out his email because he's just easy like that, Your Honor. So when I went into his email, got his little internet pages, Your Honor, he's Las Vegas bound, Arkansas bound, texting women talking about, oh, you look good, I need to come that way. I need to see you. Well, here goes the evidence right here, Your Honor.
Can I see that, Mr. Avery? As I look at the evidence, would you care to...
That's not me, Your Honor. That's not me.
Not you.
That's not me.
That's
not me, Your Honor. That's not me. I don't even have a Facebook or nothing like that, Your Honor.
You had one until I broke into it.
You know, them people that I knew way back from Arkansas, people I done grew up with. I ain't seen in a long time.
Now, hang on. So the fact that this woman that you're talking to, and you put your full name on there and your phone number, that's still not you?
No, that's not him.
That's not me. That's not me.
That's
not me.
All righty.
That's not me.
That's not him, Your Honor. Also, I got into his phone,
But you
Your
put your
Honor.
name and your phone number on there. You know that, right? And we got that
not me.
information
He's sitting
on
there
you. You
taking
get
That's
pictures
not
while
me.
I'm sitting
Still
there.
not you.
That's not me.
It's not you.
That's
So
not me.
somebody is online
Yes.
impersonating you,
She
using
set
your
me up.
name and your phone number.
She set me up, Your Honor. She set me up. I've been with her 17 years, Your Honor. I took her 3 kids under my wing. I'm the breadwinner. I'm the provider.
Not the whole time, Your Honor.
I'm the
This man
provider.
been taking care of the household for about 4 months. I swear he's been doing it for 12
one
years,
incident,
Your
Your Honor.
Honor.
New Year's come up, Your Honor.
New
Yes,
Year's. You
what
ain't talking
happened
about
on
New
New Year's?
Year's.
Hang on, what
My
happened on New
friend
Year's?
bring his girl over there.
Right?
She mean mugging the girl. This ain't got nothing to do
Your
with
Honor,
me.
because I'm
This
talking
ain't
to
got
him.
nothing to do with me. She had a few more drinks in her again. That's why I don't take her nowhere. She don't know how to act.
Whatever.
She don't know how to act. She mean mugging the
he
girl,
don't know.
mean mugging me. I'm like,
I
baby,
was
what's
not mean.
wrong?
Stop,
I'm like, baby,
Ms.
what's
Prim.
wrong? You need to come home. Why I need to come home? I'm enjoying myself. She so insecure, y'all. She go through my phone. She don't trust me.
Ask her why I'm
She
insecure.
don't trust me at all,
Mr.
y'all.
Avery, have you ever cheated on her during that 17 years? And if so, don't you see
Yeah,
that
I
as
cheated
cause?
with the baby
Listen.
she talking about.
Okay, so you did.
I had both of them,
Oh,
Your
that
Honor.
was
I had
cheating.
both of them at the same time, Your Honor.
When divorce court returns, will Judge Lynn make a call to the fashion police?
Oh my, she
Look.
might have done you a solid
Look.
there.
Your Honor, just
Avery,
that.
that's quite the suit.
If you would like your case heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @divorcecourt. Divorce Court continues with the case of Sonyitta Prim, who says she's caught her husband Don in multiple infidelities. But will Don have to pay Sonyitta for bailing him out of jail?
Because he knows he owes it to me. I should have left him in there.
I want to say this. How many children do you have?
I have 7, Your Honor.
You have 7 children. How many children do you have?
I got 6.
And both of you are unemployed.
Yes. Your Honor.
Sometimes I think that people get into relationships that are this dramatic and dynamic and destructive because you don't have anything productive going on in your life.
Your Honor.
Do you think maybe? No. Who he's looking at and all of this becomes very important when you aren't otherwise directed and going someplace. Do you think that maybe the 13 kids that you have between you and all of that might
It's
be
10 total.
10? Oh,
I had 7 biological. She had 3
I
when I
thought
met
you
her.
had 6.
She got
Oh, 3
6.
of them were yours. I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
3
my
of
bad.
them mine.
Now,
All
see,
of them mine.
I just don't
But,
think.
Your Honor-
I just don't think I should need a chart to know whose kids are who. I just don't think societally that's a good thing. But be that
Your
as
Honor,
it
I
may.
used to work.
Your Honor,
I
she
just got
verbally
laid off
abused
or
me.
wherever, Your Honor. And then he had to take care of the household for like 3 or 4 months, Your Honor. He act like he been doing it for 20 years.
Your Honor, she's
It's so hard
destructive.
for him to
Hang
pay
on,
the-
was
She
he-
take the house.
Mr. Avery, please, Miss Prim, when you were working and he had to take care of the
I
household,
was still providing.
He wasn't paying nothing.
was he unhappy about having to do it?
What, he stayed
Never,
unhappy, Your Honor. If
never,
I asked
never.
him to get some dish liquid and some detergent and the stuff we need for the house, Your Honor, do you know this man will buy a bottle of dish liquid so we can wash our butt, our dishes, and
That's
our
a
clothes
lie,
with,
Your
Your
Honor. I don't
Honor?
believe that,
If I
Your
leave it
Honor.
up to him, he's so cheap, Your Honor. If the bill's $127,
Yeah.
he's gonna give me $125.
Okay. Well, now, Mr. Avery, you say that Ms. Prim is very destructive.
She's
and you-
destructive, Your Honor.
And I understand you have evidence to that effect. Why don't you
Oh, Your
explain
Honor.
to me what I'm looking
Is
at
he
and how it
pulling
got
over
in the
there?
condition that it's in?
She tore my suit.
Okay. What happened? Why did she tear up
Your
your
Honor, he
suit?
tore my
I don't
slip up.
Ms. Prim,
I really
please.
don't know. I don't even know what the suit did to her. I don't know what that suit did to her.
He got
I wore the
jokes
suit
right
to
now,
my
Your
brother's
Honor.
funeral.
Well-
I wore the suit to my brother's
Well,
funeral.
tell me under what circumstance the suit. Show me what happened to the suit, and
Your
then tell
Honor.
me
Look,
when it
Your Honor.
happened.
Look, Your Honor.
Oh my, she
Look.
might have done you a solid
Look.
there.
Your Honor,
Mr.
just
Avery,
that.
that's quite the suit.
He probably did
Me
that
and my brother
himself,
had
Your
the same
Honor.
suit. He had the same suit when he
He probably
passed
did that
away.
himself.
Hang on. Did you used to be heavier?
No, this was
This
the
a big
jacket
suit.
just was long and stuff. You know
Could
what
you
I'm
put that on for me?
saying? Yeah, this me.
You don't wear it anyway.
This me. This me.
He ain't go nowhere. All
me.
And you wore that to a funeral.
Right.
Really?
The jacket with the pins, yeah. Look, she did the pins too. She cut them up too.
Ooh, Your Honor, he just cut them pants. He's
She lying. She lying. She lying, Your Honor.
It may not have been
You
her. It
just-
might have been the
We was
fashion
at
police
home.
because
No.
she was
He
in
said-
violation.
Yeah.
When divorce court continues, Judge Lynn is amazed by Don and Sonyitta's behavior.
I can't believe you people raise children. That's what's frightening me.
Divorce court is back with the case of Sonyitta Prim and Don Avery, who have decided it's time to bring down the final curtain on their 17-year relationship.
Mr. Avery, you said something in your papers that struck me as quite the confession.
What is?
You said that you really never thought she was the woman for you.
Well, why you stay so long?
I made a mistake, though.
Oh, really?
It was just
Let Mr. Avery finish, please.
I think I really made a mistake. I love my wife. I love her. But I think I made a mistake because,
Get it out.
Tell us,
Spit it
tell
out.
me why, Mr. Avery. What was the nature of the mistake that you made?
What is it?
because
Keeping
I
the
was
real
already
one?
dealing with somebody else, and that wasn't the woman I really wanted to choose, but I ended
That's
up
why he
being
was
with
always
her.
cheating.
You really
But
wanted
he
to pick
used
the
me. I
other
let him
one?
run over me, and I stayed with him. I gave him a chance for me, for the kids, for himself, for all the kids. Now I'm tired.
Even
I
when
ran
I'm
out
in the
of
house,
love.
we still argue.
I can't trust him.
Even when I'm in the house, I'm still
good.
arguing.
Mr. Avery, I would like to talk to you about your employment situation. You do have a number of children, and you do not have a job. How do you manage that?
I had an injury back in '99, Yana.
Uh-huh.
And I had a rod in my leg. I had been shot before.
Uh-huh.
And I've been drawing disability from that,
Okay.
Yana.
Do you think that rod or no that you could find a job that you could do?
I'll
maybe
be
one
in
that
and
you
out
could
of jobs. I'll be in and out of
He
work,
ain't
but I
had a
can't
job.
stand that long.
Your
My
Honor,
knees
this
swell
man
up.
had-
But I'm-
had a job, kept it for 2 days.
Ms. Prim,
out of
please.
12 years, Your Honor. 2 days.
I'm a provider, Yana. Just
I can't
remember
believe
that.
you people raise children. That's what's frightening me. Now, and I'm going to say this. I usually try to engage people in a productive, meaningful conversation about the nature of a relationship, what you're doing, why you're doing it, what went wrong, how you could do better. But apparently, that's not available to me here. I can't get anybody to listen. I can't get you to listen to one another. All I know that you guys can do for sure is procreate and tear stuff up. I'm also fairly sure that one of you is an alcoholic. I'm not sure about the other one, but I'm sure that you're both out there drinking. Might I suggest that instead of spending so much time worrying about what the other one is doing and who's sleeping with whom and all of that, if you would become productively engaged in employment and raising children in a fashion that will allow them to become productive and non-crazy citizens of the world, that all of this would go away. Yes. It would just go away. Ms. Prim, why don't you tell me about the $350 that you want from Mr. Avery?
I want the $350 for Mr. Avery because he knows he owes it to me. I should have left him in there.
Yana, that
Well,
been,
tell me
that
why
been
you
12
think he
years
owes
ago.
it to you so I can
Because I
award it to
bailed
you
him out.
if it's deserved.
I
What?
bailed-
Yana, I
bailed
done
him
paid
out.
her once before.
When did you bail him out? What was he in jail
August
for?
2001 for his back child support that he didn't pay before he told
What's the
that
statute of
before he got on
limitations on that?
SSI, Your Honor.
What's the statute of limitations on that? That's over
You
8
don't
years, 7
cut-
years.
It's still numerous of things you
I
owe
can't
me.
remember the time she did
Yeah,
that. I
ain't
think that was my
trying to
own
deduct.
money.
Stop it. Stop procreating. Stop hollering. Stop talking. Get a job. And get out.
Get a
There
job.
will be no recovery in this matter. It is so over.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Hold the gate. If we do get back together, you gotta take some counseling. And I want my rings off a layaway that you had on there
As soon as
since
I get home, I'll
2010.
get that for you, baby.
So give it
As soon
to
as
me.
I get home.
Don says coming to divorce court helped him realize he wanted to make his marriage work, and he and Sonyitta vowed to be better to each other. Don even paid to get their rings from layaway, but he says she still didn't act grateful and went back to her controlling ways. Right now, they barely are talking to each other, and when Don didn't tell her he was going out with a friend, she broke his laptop and has refused to pay him back. In spite of all this, he says he will give her one more chance if she reimburses him for the computer.